Okay, the next step is going to be to create these rounded edges, which are basically chamfers, which would be the modify and chamfer, but that tool only works on straight edges, won't work on a curved edge like this. So we're gonna have to make our own chamfer. And the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna create a sketch and then we're gonna revolve it around, cutting away that material. So I'm gonna go back to my project and I am going to view it from the front. And I want to create that sketch on the plane that is cutting right through the middle. So it's important that when I go to create this, that I don't just try to click like this, because that's going to create it on the front of the nut. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to temporarily hide my bodies. And now I can make sure I'm hitting that, or from your origin, you can expand that and you can specifically click on the XZ in my case. If yours is rotated, it might be the XY instead. Mine's the XZ. So I want to make sure I create the sketch on that, and then I'll bring my body back. And then I'm going to project this corner point to the new sketch to make sure that my triangle lines up correctly. So I'm going to go up to Create, go down to Project, or you can just hit P on the keyboard. I'm going to select that point and then say OK. So that's going to bring that point to the new sketch. Now I can draw a triangle based off of that. So I'm going to use my line tool, start at this point, go over, go down, and then make sure I go back up and connect that to get my blue shape there. So you can tell that that is a solid shape. Then before I finish the sketch, I'm going to go back to my front view here. Before I finish the sketch, I'm going to add sketch dimensions to this. So I'm going to come up here and say sketch dimension. Click on this line, and it is not letting me click it, so I'm going to hide this body again so it's not in the way. There we go. I'm going to make that 1.5, and then I could make this 1.5 as well, but if I were to ever update this and decide I want more of a curve, then I'm going to have to update both. So instead, I'm going to use this equal constraint, and I'm going to say I want this line always equal to this line, and then that way if I ever change that, both lines will change. All right, so now I can bring back my body. I can finish my sketch, and I am ready to do the revolve. So we can see that that sketch is sitting here right in the middle of my nut. So what I'm going to do now is go up to my revolve tool, and it should see that that is the only active body and automatically select it. If it doesn't, you might have to hide the body, select that, and then bring the body back. Then for my axis, I want it to go around this axis that goes up through the nut, which in my case is the Z axis. So I can try to go down here and select the Z, but if you can't get it, you can always go over here and select it. And you can see that it already turned red because it recognizes that as it's revolving, it's running into my existing object. And so it has defaulted to a cut mode, which is exactly what we want. If it didn't do it automatically, I would just need to manually change that to cut. I'm going to say OK, and there we go. I've got my rounded corners.